everyone, this is Solomon with Solomonic Demons, and today we're gonna be talking about Edwards guitars. I'm gonna tell you the experience that so far I have with my Edwards Potbelly. We're gonna check some tones with this guitar. I'm gonna tell you how the guitar feels, how good it is, how bad it is. We're also gonna talk about the controversy of where these guitars are made and why these cannot be sold on the United States. Alright, we're gonna start with what is Edwards guitars. Edwards is a sub-brand from the Japanese company ESP, but these guitars are strictly sold in the Japanese market. You cannot get a new Edwards on a retail store in the USA. You gotta import the guitar to the country. Sometimes you can find these guitars used, either on Reverb, in your local guitar store, on Guitar Center, but every time you find one, the guitar gotta be sold used in the USA, and this is because legal reasons. Why legal reasons? Well, I'm gonna put it simple. The Edwards look really close to the real thing. What I mean with to the real thing? Well, I'm gonna compare three guitars: a Gibson Les Paul Custom, a Edwards ELP Custom, and an ESP Eclipse Custom. And if we put the Edwards on the middle, the Edwards look more to the Gibson Les Paul Custom. Well, usually the Edwards ELP Customs come with a pickguard, something that you never gonna see in the ESP Eclipse. There was a time a couple of years ago when ESP was selling ESP Eclipse ones with 2 volume knobs and 2 knobs, and for legal reasons they had to discontinue that guitar. Also, you're gonna see that the horns of the Edwards ELP Customs are not pointy. The guitar is gonna feel either more like a Les Paul 60s or like a Les Paul 50s, depends which one you get. And for those that want an Edwards that feels and looks more like ESP Eclipse 1, for example, they also offer that. They have their EMA Edwards that feels and looks more like ESP Eclipse 1, comparing with the Edwards ELP that is trying, like I said before, more to sound and look like a Gibson Les Paul. And actually ESP offers almost all their models in Edwards, and in the Japanese market they do that to fulfill the gap between LTD Deluxes and E2s, or the ones that used to be ESP standards. Those guitars gonna be on the middle price wise, and sometimes they even have signature versions of artists, so that's really cool. Alright, so where Edwards guitars are made, and this is a very controversial topic that you can find a lot of discussions on forums online, where a lot of people said that these guitars are fully made in China, and other people said that these guitars are fully made in Japan, and other people said that these guitars are partially made in China, then they are sent to Japan where they finish the fret work, they add the electronics, they add the hardware, and a lot of people said too that the guitars are fully made in China, but then they are only inspected in Japan. So when I was doing my research about Edwards and I was looking to import this guitar to the country, I started calling a lot of stores directly to Japan, and it was really hard because most of the stores, when they pick up the phone, they really couldn't communicate with me. They didn't speak English at all. But I was lucky that when I find this model in the store that I found it, the person that picked up the phone, he was able to speak the language, and he told me a little bit of what I gotta look for. He told me that this guitar was made in Japan. He told me that if the guitar says designed and built by ESP, that guitar was made in Japan. It only says that it's designed by ESP. And the reason why ESP does this is because manufacturing and logistic reasons. Now, just for changing the logo in the back, ESP don't gonna make a different guitar or a totally better guitar comparing with the other one that was partially made in China, received in Tokyo, and completed in Tokyo. And actually ESP had been doing something really similar with the LTD series. If you bought a LTD Deluxe any model in 2019, it might say made in Indonesia, and then you go to the store and you see that the 2020 model says made in Korea. And then you go again to the store maybe June, and you said that the new models that they brought with a serial number that is from June they already said made in Indonesia. So it's the same reason, and ESP have stated that the LTD Deluxe series, it doesn't matter where it is, Indonesia or Korea, are the same level of craftsmanship and quality. They have stated that they've been doing this because the same reason. Sometimes the plant in Korea just cannot handle the quantity of guitars that they gotta make, and since the Indonesian manufacturers are at the same level, why not just saying the next batch to be made in Indonesia? So it's just management planning and manufacturing reasons. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna play some tones with this guitar. This guitar is on D standard. I have a Seymour Duncan SH1 on the bridge and a Seymour Duncan SH2 on the neck. The guitar gonna be connected straight to my EVH 5150 Iconic. The EVH 5150 Iconic gonna be connected to my load box to my interface, and I'm gonna be using some IRs from Torpedo Wall of Sound. Alright guys, so this is how the clean channel sounds. I'm gonna add some reverb and delay and chorus, and let's see how it sounds with effects. This is how the high gain channel sounds with this guitar. let's see how it sounds with reverb and delay. Alright guys, in terms of how this guitar feels, well, construction wise, this is just feels like a ESP standard. You know, the profile neck, it might be a little bit chunkier. This is more like a Gibson Les Paul standard 60s or a Gibson Les Paul classic, but you know, it also feels like you still playing a ESP standard guitar. But yeah, I really recommend it. So this was Solomon from Solomonic Demons. Thanks for checking this video. See you guys next time.